Hello there, Obi here. Before we begin, just a few things to clear up. If you are not new to ATT, if you follow the ATT Discord, this video is obviously not going to be for you. However, it does help if you interact in this video in some way, maybe giving it a like, subscribe, comment down below. If you're not interested at all, you could let it run to the end. Like, watch time is amazing for me. If you are new, this video is for you. So, one more thing. Shout out to Soup Chef for the intro and anything that you see filmed from PC VR version of ATT. He did all that for me, so I appreciate that. Thanks again. And let's get started. So, if you're new to ATT or you don't really quite know about this area, we're going to talk about it. So we're in the Hebius area, or the plains, and you come across this area with some big blocks and a fence, and a weird looking hill covered in grass. What is this? Well, on PC VR, this is the entrance to the forest, and we don't have it on Quest yet, and that's what we're going to talk about. So, if you want to know more about the forest, I'm linking a video below about the forest. Give it a watch. They show you some footage of it and things like that, and they talk about the creatures that are there. I will say that it's a little outdated because they talk about like the mini forest that is on the way to the climbing tower. It doesn't exist anymore, and it's not going to exist anymore because it's replaced with what's there already. But yeah, we're going to have access to different biomes like birch and walnut and redwood and ashwood, and you know those tree creatures, the goteras. Those won't just be oak anymore. They will also be the different types of wood, and they'll have different attacks. There's also going to be the dais, or days as some people call them. They're like a deer looking creature that drop large leather that's not green like the worms, and at a much higher rate. You've got like these huge creatures called baboos, and the baboo is like the size of a massive bear, but it's basically a boar or a pig. There's dragonflies, and there's different things like that. And the forest is absolutely massive. Like, if we were to come here and we were to walk all the way to town, and we go to the town hall, and we go past it in the mountain pass area, you know, that big labyrinth, and we go all the way to the back. If we took that whole area, we could implant it directly into the forest, and there's still tons of area around it. So the exact amount of chunks is kind of debatable. The devs had been saying 522, but it seems to be closer to like 360 to 450, something like that. Either way, that is still an absolutely massive number. A chunk is absolutely huge. So, it's going to give us a lot more to do in the game on Quest. When is it going to happen? Well, the devs have been saying that it is planned for this year. So this is being filmed in July of 2024, and it is planned for this year. Now, if you are a supporter, which is a monthly subscription, that basically you're throwing some money to say thanks to the devs, you also get some talums in return, and also you get access to sneak peeks in the Discord. So, sometimes, few and far between, we get sneak peeks of what the devs are working on. So you might see sneak peeks of the forest, or you might see sneak peeks of other things. Everything just unloaded for me. That was odd. And sometimes you can be part of like beta testing for something that they're working on. I'm not telling you to buy supporter for these things because they happen just kind of rarely. They might be. I can't tell you what I see in supporter chat, but I can tell you that they might be working on something and you might have a chance to beta test if you signed up. I don't know if they're going to like that I say that or not, but you know, that's your money or your mom's money. You do what you want. So anyway, yeah, like if we come back here now, you can kind of like cheese your way up around here. I've got a little bit of speed, but not too much. You can do this normally. So I was down there, obviously, and if you look down here, yeah, there's nothing here. This is known as, ooh, don't die. This is known as the far lands. Here's the other side right here. Yeah, and when I say 360 to 450 chunks, yeah, like a chunk is pretty big. Like from here to there, roughly, maybe a little bit less, maybe a little bit more. Like this is a chunk. That's one chunk, right? Like one of the devs said 200 feet by 200 feet. I'll do the for those who don't live in countries that use feet. I'll put it up here. But still, it doesn't matter if it's 360 or if it's 450 or 520. It's still absolutely massive. So as far as the eye can see, this will be randomly generated forest. Every single server will have a unique forest with unique biomes and things like that. And they can be reset and other things like that. So that's all I wanted to say is Alta is working on that right now. If you are a supporter, you know that they're working on something else. That's all I'll say. You will need to be a supporter to know what that is. On the roadmap, basically, they're going to be working on the tutorial, try to revamp that. They're working on the forest, which is planned for this year. And then after that, I believe it's the combat trials, which we will talk about in another video. The combat trials exist on PC, but not on Quest. So yeah, stay tuned for that. And I hope it's not another 5 or 6 weeks before I make another video. So I apologize for that, guys. I've been touching grass. So until next time, see ya.